My name is John Ferguson.
John Ferguson.
And I run the Professional Crafts Woods program. Well, we start everybody off with some of the more basic projects. This is the first project that you work on, which is just a simple tray with a solid wood bottom. That's the first project. The second project is pretty much the same thing, except it's got a top, and then we cut it in half and make a box out of it. And then the third project is another variation on the tray, which is a sliding top lid. And so that's the boxes. And once you do a box, then we start working on the beginning of case goods. Okay, so the fourth project is a table with a drawer. And of course you can see there's the tray you built in the first project. So after you build, but when you get to a table, you've got rights and lefts and fronts and backs, so things get a little bit more complicated. You can see the markings, left front facing, right front facing, and those are terms that are typical in the industry. So you would have left back facing and right back facing.
And so every project you give them builds toward a goal, right?
Right. Everything, I escalate the difficulty and the confusion. So this is the project after the table with the drawer. So now we're starting to get into cases. So you've got a drawer, and you've also got the door. So again,
hinged on the front there.
Again, there's the tray, but we add the element of a door that has to be hung, and that's a whole different set of circumstances. Now this project is also using plywood, which is very typical in the industry, so I like to expose people to that. This is the sixth project, which is sort of like a nightstand with the door and the drawer, but it's solid wood. And this is an example of a finished, see, I left the panels out of the model, right, so you can sort of see how things go together. Yeah. And so this is the finished product, but it's got the panels on it. Basically what I do is teach you how to build case goods. This is not upholstery and frames. We do case goods, and I was just talking to this young man here about all the different models and projects that we go through. And we also have a pretty good relationship with some of the area businesses. So when you're in the program, you also can get a job in a factory while you're in the program. Okay, so once we get done with, this is sort of the final required project. After that, you start designing your own cases. And these are examples of a 3-drawer dresser. And that is something that I do require, that you build a case with drawers. But even though I require it, you can see that the students sort of make it their own.
And so at this point, you're not working with plywood anymore, are you?
Well, this is actually plywood here, but this is all solid wood.
Wow.
So this student went in this direction, and then this student went in a completely different direction.
So from the time you start the program to the time you're able to do that, what kind of time frame are we looking at?
Well, this is usually by the end of the second course, which is a basic wood certificate, beginning and intermediate. You will have gone through all the projects, and you can start designing stuff on your own.
Wow.
So that would be 3 semesters.
Unreal.
3 semesters.
Now have you, did you spend years, decades doing?
Well, I've been doing this for about 45 years.
Yes, wow.
Off and on, some working for myself, and also working for some of the local factories here. So
it's beautiful. It's beautiful pieces of work.
Yeah.
And your students did these.
This is student work here, and the models are some things that I did to help them.
I see.
And we have drawings that go with the models, so it's very much like being in a factory.
Awesome.
So.
Well, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for taking the time.
Is the chair something that was done as well?
The chair is it's a mission style. It was built at the Berglund, the Robert Berglund Company, and I worked for them for about 15 years. And we do have a lot of their drawings and patterns and stuff that we use in the classroom.
Wow.
So.